Hello to my Virgos. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Your general reading. Let's get right into it. Let's see. Kind of pause. Let's make sure that I had already filmed a video, but I think it was a 12/12 video that I was filming for everybody. But I mean, make sure. Anyway, let's get into it, Virgos. Let's get right into it. Hopefully, you all are having a great day, fantastic day, stress-free day. We're in the full moon phase. The moon, I believe, is in a gibbous moon. The moon is technically waxing gibbous moon, but we're in the full moon phase. So protect your energy as much as you can. Let's get into it. Talking to you wherever Virgo is in your birth chart. Let's go. Videos for the 13th through the 20th of December. Yep. December. All right, we're just going to show right into full moon. All right, somebody's thinking about family right now. So family is really, really heavy on somebody's spirit. Here we have the Ten of Pentacles. You're getting a lot of downloads, and that's because of these retrogrades. Tower card is retrograde. That's a total recall of family. Just everything around family. Whether you were invited to events, weren't invited to events, what they were talking about around you. Who is successful, who's not successful, who feels like they're good enough and worthy, who doesn't feel like they're good enough and worthy. There's a lot of conversations that's going on right now around a lot of things. Who showed up to family events, who didn't show up to a family events, who's adding to people's peace, who's taking away from people's peace, right? A lot of stuff that's going on, and so a lot of conversation going on. You're just in receiving mode with a lot of downloads, trying to balance some things out. Who's with whom, who's in a relationship with whom. You're trying to see things from a higher frequency, right? It's really just trying to see some things from a higher frequency, just trying to process everything coming in, right? And trying to also get your rest during this full moon. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So some of the things that you're hearing are just heartbreaking. Some of the things that you're hearing are just heartbreaking about what people are saying about people behind their back, and especially since kids are around and their kids got to hear all of this stuff being said behind people behind their back. And you're trying to get some rest, and what's going to happen is what somebody is going to start remembering is the things you heard in your childhood. That's going to be total recall. Total recall. Some people are hearing some things, whether it's from your family or if you're with somebody and you're hearing it from their family, talking about the ex and all this. That's dark magic. It's a form of dark magic. You're trying to move on from your disappointments, but you're hearing something may sound like deja vu to somebody, and it's giving somebody nightmares. It's giving somebody nightmares that they're either not talking to, or people aren't talking to, or somebody's going through some nightmares, having some nightmares. Here we have of just people just being ruthless. Here's a Knight of Wands right now. So it could have been an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius that was just ruthless, that just gave somebody some nightmares. And so now somebody is starting to piece some things together, which you have in common with some people. So congratulations, you're starting to figure some stuff out. Here we go again. So yeah, somebody's starting to piece some stuff together. Yep. About two situations. How it feels when people don't feel like they're good enough, and how they don't feel like they're worthy. They don't know their worth. They just want to be included. They want to be invited to everything, and how people, it's a hefty price for some people to pay, and it ends up being a nightmare for them. Just to be, because just to hear the conversation is just going in their ears, and they just end up having nightmares at night because people are just ruthless. They don't care, being shady. That's what I'm saying. All this conversation around family going on, for some people, it's a nightmare. People feel like they're being judged, or they're hearing about people being judged. They felt like they were being judged. Just unhealthy, wounded conversations going on where everybody should be having a great time. And so you're just analyzing a lot of stuff. You're just taking it all in. But some of it is giving you nightmares. I feel like it's coming through somebody's body, like I'm seeing these squiggly lines, in this heart. So somebody's body could be having shakes. I don't know who that is. Somebody could be going through having shakes or tremors or something, because, and it's coming through your body of just the how toxic it is, certain things. Yeah, of just being cut off from certain family members and just not talking to people, and just like something is just like talking, not being able to talk to people that you love. It's like physically giving people, it's affecting people physically. And so somebody's having some nightmares just being around people. They having nightmares behind closed doors. I don't know who it is, but it's somebody's loved ones having nightmares behind closed doors. They having shakes, some kind of shakes or something. I don't know what that would be called. But here we have all because somebody wanted to feel victorious, all because somebody wanted to win something. Then they did a bait and switch. Somebody fell for the bait, all so somebody could win some kind of a prize. Somebody has Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius in their birth chart. Somebody wanted to win their son or somebody's son, so it could be grandparents and parents, and it could be boys involved. But just because somebody's family wanted to win something, they baited somebody into something, and by judging somebody, they baited somebody into something, judging somebody, had somebody stop talking to somebody, cut somebody off. Could have been you or somebody. This is what you have in common with somebody, by the way, Virgos. And family sitting around thinking, oh, we all get the picture of good looks, the family and all this. You could be going through that because somebody baited somebody into something to keep them away from you. You and somebody are going through the same thing. Because I'm telling y'all, misery loves company. Somebody's family is miserable, and they're trying to make you all miserable, all for the sake of looking like everybody's having, because they want to look like this. They want to look like, oh, everybody having a great time, and everybody's smiling and having a good time. But somebody is going through nightmares from these hurt people, talking about people behind their back. They're motivated by the wrong things. They like keeping people in survival mode. Somebody dealing with toxic masculinity, but there's a loved one or ancestor on the other side that is helping you all and helping somebody else. It's like I said, somebody has a guardian angel, so some energies are under judgment because of how it's like they cheated, like people cheating. They can't even come together for who they have in common, for just. Like I said, misery loves company. I don't know who this is for. Whoever these energies are, they cannot even come together for what they have in common. And the people that are suffering are these kids, because somebody who is in toxic masculinity cannot stand up to their own family. So if it's let's say for instance it's your kids, and they're married to spouse, they can't even stand up to their own spouse to say no, hold on, it's the holidays. We're going to have everybody together because it's benefit, it's part of the legacy. They can't even. Child. Too busy talking about people's sexuality. Just be talking about the wrong stuff. Can't see things from a higher frequency. When really, this rainbow symbolizes harmony. Divine connections. They talking about the wrong stuff. They talking about who got tattoos on them, whose hair is a different color, who's in a particular lifestyle, and it's causing somebody some nightmares. But it's causing them to have physical, to their body, shakes or something. I'm saying they're so heartbroken that they hearing stuff about people behind their back. It's just sad. While people that are sitting there clinging glasses and who knows what's in the glasses, they talking about the wrong stuff. They just ruthless. Baiting people into conversations. Have you talked to so-and-so? Knowing good and well is giving people nightmares, and they about to have a nervous breakdown. They don't care. But you got some guardian angels about to balance all of this mess out. Here we have the Three of Cups. Yeah, you got some guardian angels about to balance all of this mess out. Yeah. Ten of Coins. All of this is going to be balanced out. So while the Tower card is retrograde, somebody really needs to start thanking Source for clarity. Like thanking Source for clarity. Source, you know what? You're thanking Source that everybody can come together in love. And if people can't come together, at least people can spend half the time with you, or be a split up time so people can spend time with you and spend time with the other side or whatever, so that people won't feel like they just having a nervous breakdown and you wonder, and they asking why. They asking the motive, because this Ace of Swords is why. So, and you're the one that has clarity because you're dealing with immature spirits. They can find every reason under the sun for why they creating some kind of division. Whoever these energies are cutting people off. They can create every reason for the sun, under the sun, why they can create some kind of division. And all these people just sitting around talking. So you're not motivated anymore by it. Something about your spirit is not motivated to even talk about that kind of stuff, because it's causing you nightmares and causing you to have nervous breakdowns. So you and somebody have clarity of thought about some things now. You and somebody have clarity of thought about some things now. So the more and more you see your readings, the more and more somebody's starting to see how much you have in common with people. When you got so-called family members, so be loved ones, who enjoy creating some kind of division and causing younger generation to have a nervous breakdown, literally, because all they care about is winning. They want to look like a prize in everybody else's eyes. So I don't know who this is for, but you got some good news coming across your path. As far as a younger person is concerned, I keep trying to tell people, whenever you see this Judgment card come out, I've been saying, some people don't get it until it happens. Whenever this Judgment card comes out, this is attached to obsession. Somebody is obsessed with hurting you by cutting somebody off that you love, and it could be two energies here. It's like cutting some people off that you love, but it started. I'm telling y'all, it started. This thing started. People need to get it together, because I don't feel like you're really hurting the way people want you to hurt. Virgo, that's not the energy I'm picking up. So, I mean, if that's the case, I don't feel like you. I think it's more for you, just like, just don't make it. For you, I think it's more of just like, it's just sad. It is sad that people would act like that. They're causing people nightmares. And they get excited over this kind of stuff. Like, yeah, get excited about judging people and accusing people of judging them. And they just, like I said, everybody sitting right here in the middle. They like all of the attention. They like being right in the middle. It could be a man, but they're just ruthless. And somebody that you freed yourself from, they like being the center of attention. That's to say, they like to be at a center of attention, putting people in survival mode. So they're putting on one face. This is a guy is putting on one face in public, but behind closed doors, causing a nightmare. And then there's an Aries that is in full support of that behavior. But judgment is coming down on these energies. So you have an ancestor that is helping you with something. Somebody has an ancestor that's helping you with something. So we got this is 3 generations of this. 3 generations of this. So now somebody's ancestors are like, okay, enough is enough. Enough is enough. So it's like, this may sound weird to some people. It's like your ancestors versus their ancestors at this point, because I feel like your ancestors have just kind of like sat down and just like, okay. But now there's kids involved. Like, why in the world can't people have... See, when we tell this person, this one right here, this is an ancestor that's basically saying it's a gray area when it comes to legacy, right? And so when you got this, say this little child right here in between these two people, right? You got this person, they come from legacy. This person come from legacy, but then they came together to, this baby here, right? But if these two people were to go their separate ways, it could be you and your spouse go their separate ways. There could be kids, multiple kids. Why does the kids have to only go with one side of the family and got to hear all this negativity and end up giving this child right here nightmares? And maybe possibly you. Maybe you can handle it, right? So this ancestor right here, is explaining to you when it comes to, and this is where you're learning, like, is gray area and how some people act. That's why you know exactly what to pray for. You're saying, no, 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 no. You're praying that they're them getting excited about dividing something in a toxic way. You're looking for a healthy solution, and that's what you're praying for. It's like, okay, you're not going back to whoever this energy is, who is an adult, who is emotionally immature. You don't want to be anywhere connected to that energy. But you're saying, at least if there's younger adults that want to be involved in something, at least you're saying, okay, they should be able to connect with the other side of the family, unless they come out and say, you know, a fight broke out and people were attacking them and whatever. But if they want to, so something about, your heart is in the right place, but somebody is on a frequency of love at this point. Somebody's on a frequency of love, and just like, why can't people go around who they want to go around? So that's where your frequency is, because people are talking about everything else except love. They talking about everything else except love. Who's in a same-sex relationship? They talking about, is their way or the highway? You ain't bringing certain people in here, and we don't. They talking about interracial relationships. We don't believe in that kind of stuff. I mean, talking about the wrong stuff. Just very low vibrational, causing people all kinds of nightmares, all for somebody to be the center of attention. Virgos, stop praying. Because I see somebody on the cell phone calling somebody. But something has gotten way out of hand. I see you on the phone making a phone call. So, yeah, so 5. Yep. Yep, so. It's some energy. It's like you and somebody, I'm telling y'all both fell for the bait and switch. You and somebody fell for the bait and switch. And so it's a new beginning about to start here. A brand new beginning is about to start. You and somebody fell for the bait and switch. And so you may be thinking, okay, somebody's not talking to me right now. They not such and such and such and such. People process things differently. Some people just go straight back to work. They just go back into a hermit crab shell and they just go get back to work. Nothing personal. That's how some people communicate. So that's how some people receive. That's why this hermit card right here, some people look at things from a higher frequency. They've been under people's judgment for so long for who they love, that for them, so that they don't have a nervous breakdown, they just go right back into working. They get tired of hearing like trigger words from people who know who they're gossiping with, right? They can tell who they're talking to. So it's saying, you're starting to learn who's been talking to whom by certain words that people are saying. And if it's a trigger for you and your go-to is getting back to work, that's exactly what you're going to do. So that's when somebody is connecting with somebody. It's just like, okay, that's what you can understand. It's like, okay, when you get stressed out over something, you just go to work. You just go back in the hermit shell, and go back to work. Extraordinary. So yeah, there's a wild and impetuous uniqueness to you that deserves to be honored. Yeah. So yeah, somebody is clapping and cheering. Now somebody fell for the bait and switch, and yay, and we got them cut. We got them stopped talking to each other. They fell for it. We don't have to deal with that in our family. But what somebody is not seeing, if they haven't seen it, and you'll find out soon. So plan a vacation. You may see something on a vacation when you go on a vacation that you didn't think you were going to see. That's also been a part of the generational legacy that may completely change your mind. So, affirmations for courage. All things are working out in my favor. I have the power to rebuild myself. I am not my circumstances. I rise regardless of my past. I honor myself through my actions. I honor my truth through my words. I am stronger than yesterday. And that's what Source is trying to tell somebody. It's like, maybe it's time to take a vacation, because somebody's been dealing with this You've been dealing with it. Your parents have been dealing with it. Your grandparents have been dealing with the same old mess. Same mess. People judging being around this kind of mess, and a kid is just being going from one generation to the next. Being around people who are motivated by the wrong thing. This and the fact that Pluto is in Aquarius right now, so it's just trying to help somebody see it's a serious call to wipe out all of that hatred. It's a call to love. There's no way you're gonna tell me this is my family and be somebody be this cutthroat, be like this, just like hurtful, without some kind of conversation and people jumping to conclusions, don't even have a full story about anything, and somebody feel like, oh yeah, we don't want that in our family. This, how you gonna say somebody your family you don't want this in your family? For real? What in the world? We are not each other's gods. Like, so yeah, so somebody is starting to learn, like, somebody is starting to learn. There's some people, somebody did the same thing to them, and they turn around and did it to somebody else. So there's an Aries, somebody did the same thing to this Aries, you know, to somebody did the same thing to this. Is a Scorpio involved too? Somebody did the same thing to them, and then these energies turn around and do it the same thing to other people and don't care about giving people a nervous breakdown. And talking about family. So, but like I said, the Judgment card. Yeah, Judgment card. Where that card be coming out. Luck is on your side. So now it's time for you to aim for, aim high. Aim high. What do you want? Like, make room. That's what Source is saying. Make room for what you prayed for. And get away from these hurt energies who are just motivated by competition. Somebody need to get out of their head. Somebody overthinking something. Somebody's overthinking something. So, you'll get it, Virgos. I would get it. Somebody's overthinking something. But somebody's having nightmares. A nervous breakdown. Two energies. They're going back through their mind, and it's just people. You got grown people so busy trying to win. But anyway, it's time to open your vault. Move in silence and move in peace. Make room for a new blessing. Close out the cycle in love. Somebody has an ex that wants to return. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I just, yeah, I don't, yeah. Yeah, somebody's ex is just somebody's ex is just on a different frequency. All they care about is winning, even if it's causing people physical bodily harm. That's all they care about, Virgo, is just win. That's all they care about. Is just winning. That's all they care about. And if somebody calls you, they trying to make it seem like they doing you a favor, and again, because that's all they wanted was to win something. It's like if that's their motivation and it's causing somebody mental stress or anguish or state, you won't be returning their call, because you don't want to have anything to do with that. You're going to let Source sort this out for real, because it's not over. You're going to let Source sort something out where it's actually it's coming from a place of love, where people, y'all know what I'm saying, like, if people, sometimes people go to this side of the family's house for a couple of hours, and then they get back in their car after they finish eating and talking and everything, save a little room in their stomach, hop in the car, go on to the other side of the family house. Everybody feel like, okay, they got home, they saw everybody, they can do their own downloads and, whatever. But somebody has an ex, all they care about is just being toxic and winning. So it's actually pretty sad. So it's time to release the burden. Your laughter is medicine. Don't give yourselves a headache over it. Somebody wants the best for you. Somebody never stopped loving you. And get focused. Get focused. They will literally ruin somebody's kid's life or grandkid's life just to win something. Just to be the center of attention. I'm for real. Like, y'all better understand how dangerous familiar spirits are. Somebody better wake up and stop going along with the flow and get into prayer mode. That you're gonna take an action. You're not going to war against them. You're going to war against their demons, and you're giving that to Source. You're like, Source, this is a serious call to love. This is a call to love. If somebody is having nervous breakdowns behind closed doors, and they're crying uncontrollably or shut down or whatever, because they're like, okay, why can't they be connected to you or just other family members or whatever? Like, at least immediate family members. Like, that's what we're talking about right here. At least immediate family members. What is going on? What's really going on? And you got somebody here like they want a prize or something. What in the world? Whew. So, I got some good news about a younger person. Something about a younger person coming back around. So, a younger person is going to be coming back around. Here we have 000. I'm a creator. You are one with the creator, and there are no limits to what you can achieve. You have the ability to create something new and incredible in your lifetime here on earth. Yeah. There's something about a younger person coming back around, eventually, but something is going to end. Source is the one that's putting an end to it, because you're operating from a spirit of love. Source is about to put an end. You never know how the ending is going to be either. We don't know how it's going to end. So stay in a frequency of love, because you don't know how something is going to end. But people have no choice but to come together now. And the very energy that planned on hurting you, Virgo, may now be needing your prayers, or needing you for something. So that's what I'm trying to tell you is, what is wrong with people? Have faith in your dreams. Have faith in your dreams. Something having to do with a Scorpio, and I did Scorpio's reading, and I was telling Scorpio, I was like, the nature of a Scorpio is to sting itself to death. So y'all better be careful. Don't be so obsessed. So I said, I hope I'm talking to high vibrating Scorpios, because everybody has a choice to vibrate high, operate from a frequency of love. Even with my Aries reading, I'm like, no more being impulsive. They have too many positive qualities. I mean, everybody has too many positive qualities that they can actually go to that frequency. But I feel like somebody jumped to conclusions about something. Somebody gossiped. Somebody gossiped about you. You don't even know what is being said, Virgo, to even defend yourselves. Just like a lot of people don't know what's being said about them to even defend themselves. And that's what you have in common with somebody. Like, why are people having nervous breakdowns? Why are people seem like they so extra happy that certain people aren't around? Something should ring some bells off in some people's heads. Like, how do people say that they're family and you got... I don't get it. Some people just be excited about the wrong stuff. Oh, well, they into devil worship. They read cards, or they watch tarot reading. But that's your family. Oh, well, they in that lifestyle. We don't like those people around us because our so-and-so said we shouldn't be around those kind of people. That is your family. Like, what is wrong? Whew. That is an opportunity to love. That's an opportunity to love, for real. That's an opportunity to love. So that's what I see for you in your cards. Hopefully this has been helpful, for somebody. But yeah, it's time. It's really, really time to get into prayer warrior mode, because you have something in common with somebody. Both you and somebody kind of fell for a bait and switch when it came to somebody, a guy who is keeping somebody in survival mode, and nobody can see it. Like, nobody is seeing it, but somebody may be seeing it. But somebody is keeping somebody's son in survival mode. Somebody's son is in survival mode, and everybody too busy clinging glasses and smiling and acting like everything is fine, like they won a contest, and somebody cannot see what is going on. So that's what I'm happy. That's what I see here in your cards. Something is going to happen where people will not have a choice. I'm telling y'all, something is going to happen where people will not have a choice but to pay attention And all of a sudden, you're going to hear people saying, oh my God, I didn't know. I thought this and I thought the whole conversation is going to change. But it was a bunch of thinking. Now everybody's going to be going back in their mind. I remember this and I don't know why I had all this going on and I didn't know. So remember, time is relative. So sources is a total recall of a lot of things that's going on. But I would suggest while we are in full moon phase, get your gemstones and crystals charged up. Get in hermit mode. Get these downloads, total recall of some things in your life. Focus on your Chiron, the healing of your own deep spiritual wounds, because Source is going to continue exposing some stuff that for you, it's going to hit you like, I'm telling you, somebody going to have literally like a breakthrough. It's going to be a breakthrough coming in for somebody. It's new, like something new is going to come in. It's like, oh my God, because something has been going on for 3 generations and people just like, why do these energies, as soon as, I'm telling y'all, as soon, see this right here? Right? Somebody is going to say, why is it that, because you got this here, you got this here, so you and somebody have a grandparent, that is showing y'all, like literally, you and somebody have a grandparent that is showing you all the price that kids have to pay in families. So if you've gone through a divorce or something like that, you've walked away. Where's the card? 3 and 4. 3 and 4 is 7. When you walked away, not only do they have to endure them having to hear you being talked about behind your back by 2 family members. That is the person you had a child with and whoever somebody's mother is. Wake up. Whoever somebody's mother is, because that's who's being talked about. Somebody's the person you had a child with and their mother is talking about you. They not only do they have to, kids have to endure that. That's part of spell work. But they have to be physically cut off. This is a part of some people's tradition. So the goal is to make you stop talking to your child and for your child to stop talking to you, to be completely cut out of the picture. That is the goal. Why? That's the question you need to, that's what the question is going to come to you during this download. That's the real thing, is why. Why are people so adamant on making sure you are completely out of the picture? And people are not saying that's not normal. That is not normal on any platform. It's not normal. Usually people are like, oh, they going to that side of the family. What do people don't want people to talk about? Why don't people want people to talk about their nightmares? What you having nightmares about? That's what I have for you. Hopefully this reading has been helpful. Bye.